Welcome to Deutz L. Perry Stadium in Bowling Green, Ohio. Week 6 of the college football season, and our EA Sports college football coverage continues with what ought to be a great one. It's the Sacramento State Hornets and the Bowling Green Falcons. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down the sidelines. Holly?
Catching up with the Sacramento State head coach before the game, he understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So Bowling Green's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
This defense talked about it coming into this football game. We've got to affect the quarterback. We got to rattle him. We got to hit him early. How about this? First drive, 2 sacks already. So far, mission accomplished.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Turns it loose deep. He's got it down the field. Wide open on the right. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, BG.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they put points up in electrifying fashion with an 82-yard toss for 6. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah, I don't know, Reese. They're going to need a plan. They're going to maybe want to think about more zone coverage or maybe even bracketing this running back if he decides to come out of the backfield because right now they don't seem to have an answer for him.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hardy. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he... and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Quarterback making adjustments. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
And, man, I absolutely love that from this quarterback. He is not a blazer. He's not going to outrun any defensive backs on the field. But I love when you take the space that a defense gives you. They want to play a certain coverage. They want to leave up all that space open. Nice job taking off, running early in the football game, setting the tone, showing the defense that you're willing to run.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Upstairs to make the catch. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Going to the run, it's Rainey. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Sacramento State.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Bowling Green's offense will take the field to start the drive. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. They'll start this drive going to the air. With the catch, it's Townsend. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. The RPO, it's complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. The give. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's raining. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And what a great job by the QB, man. Seeing the blitz, understanding I got to get the football out of my hands as soon as I possibly can, and he puts it on the numbers to his receiver where he can get those yards after the catch. Great timing, but more importantly, great job seeing what that defense was doing and getting rid of the football.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And we take a look at how these quarterbacks are doing so far. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. They just keep firing. Right on the money. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Sacramento State! And they take it in for 6 more points. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point was good. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Tackled after a short gain, it'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, if you're going to get 1st downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Makes the grab. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. The run inside. It's Townsend. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. All right, guys, let's talk about Bowling Green. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get...
Makes a grab and room to run. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Let it go. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Buying some time. Turning it on. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble. And the Falcons will have it 1st and 10. Trying play action. Throws to the tight end. Working on the right. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Falcons! A great catch and run for 6.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good to finish things off. An 84-yard drive there. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways,
picked off. What a play to set him up.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Great place to start for this offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. That's caught. It's Blackwell. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Hey guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
Got enough for the first. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, they're down to the 25. This time he wants to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Blackwell. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A 1st down run in the red zone. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Gets the back moving. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bowling Green. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
He's in open space downfield.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. That one comes out hot down the right side. He's got it way down the field. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
On the ground, it's raining. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a run.
Ball at the 31, third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident.
Touchdown, Sacramento State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Every coach in the country talks about finishing half strong. Man, how about that? You get the touchdown, a chance to tie this game up and take all the momentum into halftime.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the returner is stopped. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Woodyard. Breaks free, and he might be gone. He's at the 40. The 20. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, You got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Georgia taking on the number 4 team, the Tennessee Volunteers. And it's the Bulldogs trying to stay perfect as they eye a 5th straight win. It's been a dream start to the season, and really this game here today as well. Time to find out if they can finish the job. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC. Now back to your game in Bowling Green. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Dwight L. Perry Stadium.
The Falcons will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get their underway. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, David.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. This time he wants to throw. Under fire. Looking deep. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Got some room to run.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
Falcon offense will go to work. They love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Townsend. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Pucks it out of the air. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down. Well, they're able to get a field goal, put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown, but listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive.
Snags it, and there's running room. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. A lot of urgency for this offense.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Caught behind the line. It's raining. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to...
He lofts one down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On the move, it's raining. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well give it to him again. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. This time he wants to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Into the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Hands it off. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Going for 6. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. Absolutely perfect. This is now a 7-point game.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on the Bowling Green sidelines, they are really hyping up their quarterback right now, guys. You know, they weren't exactly sure what to expect from this young player going into the game, but he has delivered over 200 yards passing. He has proven to be someone they can count on. The coaches keep telling him, poise, composure, keep it going. This young guy is showing what he's made of. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And this offense hadn't got the ground game going at all, but it hasn't mattered. The passing game has been so good. So you'd like to create balance on offense, but as long as they can keep spinning the pill out wide, this offense has been just fine.
Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They go right back to him. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
And the Falcons will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Here on this Sacramento State sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Quickly complete. At the 35, he's open. Big play for this offense, and they get it to the 32.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Makes the catch. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Quick completion on the out route. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They feed him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Second and short equals bow up, be physical, move a hole, get a gap, let my back fall forward. That back had nowhere to run, no push up front. Got to be more physical, Jesse, on those second down and short situations.
So for that point, David, I think you got to stick with it if you're on offense as a staff. Challenge your guys to get some push up front. You've recruited this position really well. You need these guys to move some bodies because you've got a talented guy in the backfield that can hurt this defense if you just give him a crease.
And he's gonna take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Sacramento State. Extra point here will tie the game.
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the fourth quarter. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Bowling Green's offense will take the field to start the drive. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Caught, and he's got room. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Calls his own number. Breaks the tackle. Picks up the first down. Here's a little room there. And he was on his... He gets it all the way to the 38.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Got a little space. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
A nice luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
Score is deadlocked, and the clock is winding down. Rides to the back. And he'll work his way out across the 10 to about the 12.
Man, we hear so much about aggressiveness. Interesting spot. You know, you're on your side of the field. It's a tie game. The clock ticks out. It's not the worst thing in the world, but we can't make a mistake in this situation.
Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They'll get him stopped at the 18, and this offense creates a little space with the first down. Timeout is called by the offense, 16 seconds left in the game.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
Looking downfield on first down. He's going to throw deep right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a gap. It's Rainey. Makes it past the marker. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. And the takeaway is the exclamation point, the game saver for the win. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
We'll get it started here in overtime. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Sutton. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
They'll go back to the ground. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And you see him consistently sticking with the run, staying balanced. As you get closer to the goal line, you're thinking the field starts to shrink. Now, do I have a jump ball wide receiver out wide I can throw the football to? How am I going to find that extra?
He caught it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Making side adjustments here. He wants to throw it. Here's a heat. And it's a sack.
It's just a tremendous effort on defense, understanding the situation, right? Offense has the ball in a goal-to-go situation. Someone's got to win and go get the quarterback, and the defense came up big.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Touchdown, Sacramento State. They get on the board first here in the overtime period.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Wants to throw on first down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. The Falcons now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And that's frustrating for an offense, man, because you got great field position set up. You want to be aggressive. You want to take advantage of it. But in order to do that, the offensive line has to do their job. You've got to give your QB time. They don't do it. And back-to-back plays, they're going the completely wrong direction.
And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Fourth down, and here's the ball game right here. On fourth down, going to the air. He wants it all. Touchdown, BG. They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
Obviously, obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
Here in the second overtime, they'll snap it on first down. Off play action. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Running inside. It's Townsend. A 5-yard pickup there leaves him with 3rd down and 5.
At this point of the game, you just got to wonder if the defense is getting tired. Here in OT, they just don't seem to have the punch up front that like they had earlier in the game, and they're just playing on their heels.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime. Right down the boulevard. And with that, they've taken the lead. Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Going for it all. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And the defense finally stops him, right? He's had a heck of a day, and they're taking a shot down the field to him. And I think they've gone to their go-to guy because he's put up numbers, and he's been productive, and he's got that speed on the outside. Defense has definitely got an eye on him and kind of saying, hey, we've got to make sure we take him away.
How about getting that big play on the ground here in OT? Great job up front by the offensive line. This has been a long, hard-fought, physical game, but these guys look like they could play for at least another couple of quarters.
Ready to fire from the pistol. On the run, it's Rainey. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
They'll keep it on the ground. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
Now, when I'm in OT and I start to get in this territory, I gotta be thinking touchdown. Like, what are my plays that I can go to now? I ran the football. I showed a little bit of conservativeness. Now I got to take advantage of a shot out wide. What's my best go-to play in this situation?
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. A touchdown ends the game here in overtime. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He got it in! Ball game! What a clutch play as they win it in double overtime! He has spent a lot of time in that end zone today, an absolute assault on the scoreboard.
No doubt about it, and guess what? I get to make a lot of highlights. I can copy and paste all of these touchdowns, show everybody the game I had, and the defense, well, you're just going to have to shake your head because you've been getting dominated.
They reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they did today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.